to the audio show. So there's something called being right, and then there's something called being effective. So I've realized that we're having disagreements and tusslebacks as to who to call first or when to call. If you have a family member that's having a full-blown episode like these is having, that could be a harm and a danger to others, as you can clearly see, and you don't know who to call, if you have the number for the mental health institution that is able to address diesel and you know that, then sure, you can go ahead and call that number first if that's what you want to get and call. If you don't know that, like in this circumstance where clearly no one knows where to call or who to call, then yes, go ahead and pick up your phone and call the police. Why? Because the police generally is attached to these various crisis lines. And because they're attached to these crisis lines, they will transfer it to the actual authority that is able to come out and assess the person. That's what you're trying to look for. But nonetheless, let's jump into this.
Coca.
Yeah.
Hey, I need you, girl.
Girl, what's wrong?
So, Diesel comes up to my restaurant looking like he just came, I don't know, out of the swamp. He looks crazy. No shoes, holes in his socks. His shirt is, he smells, his shirt is muddy. So, he comes up here. My workers call me and tell me I need to come up here. I get here, he's nice and calm. He just wanted some food.
Angelina busts through the door. She clearly doesn't know what's going on. Coca, he loses it. Okay? Completely loses it.
So Diesel is still out on the loose, right? And we're still basically doing the back and forth, and no one has been called to try to say them can assist Diesel, but we're calling Coco because of course Coco is trained with what medications Diesel needs. Is that what we're saying? Because it seems like that's what we're saying right now.
We finally get him to sit down, and we're just talking, nice and calm. I'm trying to tell Angelina just to chill.
This heifer don't want to listen. We tried to tell her in so many ways.
What is so many ways? Did you tell her that him actually have a mental health disorder, or did you just do a bunch of dance that y'all were doing? What is so many ways? What does that mean? What is so many ways? People don't know what you're talking about. Mental health is something that's still very new to the population. Most of the population don't even understand mental health. They don't understand mental illness. They don't, unless you get trained into it. So what does that mean?
Oh my God. He should have told her.
Clearly he hasn't. Anyway, girl, in the middle of us just talking to him, he darts out the front door.
What?
With a burger in his hand?
Yes. Runs down the street, Coca. I don't
Know where he is. So I just suggested, I said, I know Coca knows all the places that he goes to. And Coca, I think you need to get up here.
I think you need to come up here so you can find him. And meantime, let's call the police. And I'm like, girl, don't you understand?
Oh, no. No police. Do not let her call the police.
So I say you need to call the police to find out who could assist him if he's having a mental health episode. Why would you not call the police? Here's why it's dangerous for what they're doing. Let me explain to you why it's dangerous. Diesel have a mental health episode. Let's say he goes outside and the voice tells him he needs to jump off of a building. Guess what? I'm waiting on Coco to come to try to save him before he jumps off of that building. You know what, O'Neill? Let's just say the voice told him, you know what? I think you need to jump into this river. Guess what? He's going to jump into the river. Let's say the voice tells him that the next person you see, you need to attack them because they look like they are the person you're looking for. Guess what? He's going to attack them. That is exactly why all of what they're saying is incorrect, because you don't know the current state of the personnel. You don't know the current state. And that's why you need help right now. That's why I'm saying it's about being effective. Y'all probably thinking about being right. Sure. Hey, if me know the number for the hotline in Georgia, then hey, you call that. Sure. If you know the number and you know what particular institution to call in Georgia, then you call that. If you know the crisis hotline number, you call that. But in this circumstance, where they're playing as if they don't know what to do, then you need to ask the police exactly, who do I call if I am having somebody that's having a mental episode? That's why you want to call the police, so that you can have them facilitate harm reduction, because they're going to take people with them to assist them with that. That is exactly what you need. So all of this is not right. That's the point O'Neill is raising. But I see that we're having disagreements on that because we're thinking about just being extremely right. No, effective. Right now, effective. We're having a crisis. We don't know how far the crisis will go, and we don't know the severity. We don't know what may happen.
We know what happened last time.
I know, and
No.
that's why I'm calling you.
Okay,
So,
I'm on my way. I'm on my way, girl.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Be safe. Don't.
All right.
Just,
Girl, breathe.
Okay.
Breathe. Captain
Yeah,
Coke
I'm
on the
good.
way. Captain
I'm
Coke
good.
on the way.
all right.
So we're saying now that regular people, is the savior of mental health episodes. Oh, hey, all right, yeah, I guess, okay.
All
Okay.
right.
We'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right, Angelina, she's on her way. Now, I don't need y'all to be fussing and fighting, okay? I don't need y'all to be fussing and fighting.
I don't want to fuss or fight, but I am going to say this respectfully. As long as she does not open her mouth sideways to me, I'm only here for Diesel, and I thank you for, I apologize if I was out of pocket because that's not my intention.
I appreciate that.
I
And
just
you
felt-
have to know my intention is not to involve Coco, to be messy. She knows Diesel's whereabouts. She's been through this with him. You actually need her right now, okay? As much as you may not
Oh
want
my
to hear
God,
that.
the thought of needing
Oh my
Coca
God.
sounds crazy, but
You need her. We need her. Diesel needs her.
What Diesel needs is help. At this point in time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. Look, friends, if you get in this scenario, you don't know what the person could actually be thinking about this. Okay, let me try to see exactly. I can give y'all some information. There's a particular time that I worked with a particular person, and I can't mention because, of course, you can't state these things. But a client, let's say, basically in a scenario, right? And you know what the voice told him to do? The next person that comes through the door, he needs to sucker punch them in the eye. That's exactly what the voice told him to do. The next person that pops through the door, you need to pop in the eye. How we know this? Because afterward, that's exactly what he mentioned. You need to sucker punch him in the eye. So the next person that came through almost got sucker punch in the eye. Good thing that they were able to kind of defend. And so they're able to kind of shift the blow itself off. That's what we mean when we're saying that it's an immediate emergency. So you don't have time to be doing all of let me try to find, let me see. No. It's either you know the hotline or you don't know it. And if you don't know the hotline, go ahead and call the police and ask them exactly where do you need to call to assist this issue at the moment. And that is what is missing from everybody, including the Amber and including Coco and including Angelina. This is just a bunch of emotions mixed up all over the place instead of getting Diesel the assistance that he needs. That's why O'Neill said, if y'all don't know what to do, if you know the number, call him. If you don't know the number, call the police. That's exactly like O'Neill says what he says. But hey, give me a take, like, share, comment, subscribe, and talk to y'all soon.